Hi, Eric Hoffberg. Let's do a little video today. Let's get some think strong energy and focus going. Want you to think about self-coaching. So my intention with this video is to get you to pay attention to what's going on with what you're doing with your actions and what you're doing with your mind, what you're doing with your behavior, to pay attention to yourself the way that a great coach would pay attention to his or her team. So John Madden, long before he was a really funny color commentator for the NFL or put his name on all these football video games for Wii and Xbox and all that, John Madden, long before all that, was a great coach. He was a Super Bowl winning coach for the Oakland Raiders, helped build the mystique of the black and the silver. And there's a John Madden quote that's a favorite of mine. It goes something like this: great coaches are always looking for and listening for what they want to see and hear and what they don't want to see and hear. Always looking for what they want to see and hear and what they don't want to see and hear. So a great coach will look for and watch over, is the character there with the team? Is the commitment there to the right things? Am I seeing extra effort in practice? Am I seeing a group of players that's connecting to the qualities of character that we believe in here? Are we executing? Are we in good condition? Are we playing bold? Are we playing with courage? Are we playing with that vigor to compete that I want? If it isn't, and if it's there, we're complimenting and reinforcing. And if it isn't there, this is where great coaches step in and say, it's not looking how I want it to look. We've got to talk about this. I need us to show more extra effort. I don't think that we're showing that commitment to the type of play that I want here. Let's look at the other idea there too, listening. Great coach is always listening for what he or she wants to hear or doesn't want to hear. And the language that's going on amongst the team, does it sound like a group of people that are taking ownership? Does it sound like a group of people that are controlling what they can control? Does it sound like a group of people that are confident? Or does it sound the opposite of that? Do I hear people blaming others? Do I hear people pointing the finger? Do I hear people making excuses? Do I hear people saying things like, things that have like kind of a hope and a wish element to them? Well, I hope we can get this thing going, versus a want or a will element to it. In that, one thing that that I want here, or that I'm going to expect of myself is that I want to step up and I will step up. So are we getting a little bit of that passive sort of dialogue, that hoping and wishing? Or are we getting that assertive dialogue? What I will do, what I want to do? Are people saying things like, I don't know if this team's ever going to be able to pull it together. I don't know if we have what it takes. Or are we hearing things in our team that sound like, we got to keep on keeping on. We're okay here. So we're always looking for and listening for what we want to see and hear, or what we don't want to see and hear. So turn this around. Do this for yourself. Ask yourself, how are you being when it comes to the point of the John Madden quote? Do you see in yourself the things that need to exist if you're really going to be going after, what you're trying to accomplish, the success that you're trying to have? Do you see that? Do you see that happening? Do you see that happening today? Did you see it happening last week? Is it going on enough? Are you working hard? Are you paying attention to the details? Do you have that exuberance in your play and in your behavior that's a sign of a champion? And if it isn't there, do you know how to take responsibility for that and maybe adapt and make an adjustment? Is there any sort of routine that you need to change? Any sort of discipline? Is there something that you're just flat out not doing enough that's an action that you need to do more? Do you need to prepare better at the beginning of your day? Do you need to communicate differently in your leadership role? If you're an athlete, are you doing enough with your opportunity to train? Are you getting enough out of that? Are you chasing a dream? And if you're not, just stop and pull back and give yourself some good instruction as to what to do. What can I do more of? What should I be doing differently? Am I looking for a result, but I'm not adapting my behavior and my routines and disciplines enough? What's like the definition of insanity, right? We can't look for a better result by just doing the same things over and over if the result isn't there. So have a look at yourself. What's there? What do you need to do? Because great coaches are always looking over themselves. So this is self-coaching, being conscious of oneself. How about listening? So I think the listening that's going on is, what are you saying to others? Does it sound like somebody that you would want on your team? Do you like how you sound? when you talk to other people? Not that we need to be running around telling everybody how great we are, but we certainly don't want to run around and voice out loud to others to hear some sort of demotivating type of language. So watch what you're saying to other people about yourself. Does it sound like a proud person? Does it sound like somebody that's in it and living life on purpose and taking the task at hand and the challenges and embracing them and getting as much as you can out of them? And then I think you need to pay attention to your own inner voice. Does that sound like somebody that's really going for it, or does it sound like somebody that's kind of hoping and wishing? Is there enough I will in your internal talk? I will do this. Does it feel that way? Is it leader talk? What do you need to adjust in there? Maybe you need to think a little bit more around your inner talk. Is your inner coach pointing out for you and instructing you to take control of what you can control? Take ownership of your journey. You can do this. Is there maybe even a little bit of cheerleader in you, because good coaches will cheer you on? Are you positive enough? Are you supportive enough with your inner talk? Watch out for that inner voice that can build in the wrong direction and really demotivate you and take you down and make you not feel as proud of yourself as you want to. So look at yourself and listen to yourself. Does it look and sound the way that you want it to? Do you need to stop here and maybe make a little bit better plan? Write some things down for how you want to show up. Make certain that you believe in yourself, and make certain that your inner coach is telling you that you can do it. Make certain that your inner coach, your self-coach, is pointing out the important things that you need to do to become the champion that you want to become, to have the success that you want to have. Think about this a little bit. How does it look? Does it look the way that it should look? If not, make some changes. If it does look the way that it should look, then tell yourself that. Way to go. Watch that inner voice and watch what you say to others. Sound like a leader. Sound like somebody that's going after the dream. Tell yourself good things. If nothing else, make sure that you write down off of this video. Just take a moment and write down why you're valuable to whatever team you're on. Write down the dream that you're chasing and why you believe that you can chase it. Why you believe that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. Think about and write down your great strengths and make certain that your language in your own head is really pointing to those strengths. Take some time on this. Make certain that you're being a great coach to yourself. Hope this helps. Cheers.